They pulled the fence off of somebody's like backyard.
Yeah, right, exactly. Had dog piss on it still. Yeah, it's crazy.
We were in a bar and it was a handmade ring.
Oh my God.
It was handmade 2x4s and rope, and they put duct tape on the rope and wrapped the duct tape around the rope. And it was just like, it was nailed together. And I was just like, this is wild.
It's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable what people used to get away with. But it's interesting, like I said, getting to talk to guys that fought in that era. I mean, man, what a stark difference between when you started and towards the end of your career. I mean, just how much the sport has grown and like how organized it is. And there's still things that there's still a lot of room for improvement as far as like fighter pay and
a lot of growth can still happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But man, at least, when you hear this kind of stuff, it's like, geez, man, okay, well, there has been at least some good improvement for sure. You used wrestling so successfully in your wrestling base so successfully in your career. Do you feel that your style in wrestling was set pretty early on? Like, do you feel like when you started as a 9-year-old kid in 4th grade, do you think that the same techniques that you developed in that time period and got good at stayed with you your whole career, or did they change significantly over time?
As far as the approach, where I'm going to be in your face and I'm going to keep coming at you until I score, and then I'm going to score again, that type of stuff. That has always been there. Snap the head down, hit the double. If they sprawl on the double or they start defending the double, you switch off to the single leg and you continue down that path. So yeah, I mean, I'd say it's stayed fairly consistent. There's a lot of new tricks that I picked up, especially once I got to college, that made a big difference, because I mostly just outworked people all through, grade school and high school. And well, I mean, I shouldn't say that. I didn't get good at wrestling until like 7th, 8th grade. I had my first winning season, I think, in 7th grade, and then I lost one match in my 8th grade season. But that was mostly because I was just outworking guys, And when I got to Purdue, like the first 2 weeks, I'd learned more technique than I could have imagined. And it was like just simple stuff I never would have thought of, or little hand fighting tricks. So that made a big difference. But I didn't have a successful college career until my junior season. So like I had a lot of aches and pains and a lot of downs going through those first few years at Purdue. And, I've been able to just continue to stack knowledge on, because I was also lucky to have Daniel Cormier join AKA when I was there. And he began running our wrestling practices. And he's one of the best wrestling coaches I've ever been around, And I think some of that is coming from Jon Smith, because Jon Smith is just a ridiculous coach and an achieved wrestler. But Cormier, he just knows how to speak and knows how to put things together and knows how to put the series of techniques together. And, he makes practice kind of fun too. So it was a pretty great experience to have DC as a coach. Like I learned, I was in my mid-20s and I'm still like learning brand new technique. I should have learned much earlier, but, I didn't have the same pedigree of coaches that he had.